Hey, auntie babies, how y'all doing today? Hope y'all morning is going really well. So far, mine is going absolutely wonderful. I'm up finna roll these trees and give y'all some of this tea that's going on. But before I do that, please follow me on TikTok at pretty_huzzler, HUZZLER. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter at Auntie Be Knowing. Follow me on Instagram at Latrice Brown 53. And please, please, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, Auntie Be Knowing. I have all my uncensored, all unfiltered TikToks on there. And some of my videos have been posted to YouTube without me posting it to TikTok, so that I won't be getting censored or going against community guidelines. Okay, now that we done got that out the way, let's go ahead and talk about the tea for today. The tea for today is Peloton. Let's talk about Peloton. Peloton is like a $1 billion corporation, and they specify in making your exercise equipment, your machine, your exercise machines. Okay, so Peloton recently decided to lay off over 2,800 of their workers. Okay, they laid off 2,800 of their workers. Then no benefits, nothing, just laid them off. Okay, and then they had the nerve to employ somebody else. They had the nerve to employ a new CEO, a new face of the Peloton company. So you done fired 2,800 workers and giving their salary to the new CEO of the company. That was really jacked up of you, but we already know how $1 billion corporations stay $1 billion corporations. You fuck over your good, hard, honest workers. That's what you do. You barely pay them, then you fire them without no heads up, no regards, but we got to give y'all 2 weeks in advance before we quit. But y'all can just fire us without no heads up, nothing like that, no benefits, nothing. We just out the goddamn door. You playing with people's lives. You playing with people's lives. That's how $1 billion corporations stay rich. They shit their workers. Period. So, them 2,800 disgruntled workers band together, one band, one sound, and decided to interrupt the Zoom meeting that was being held for. Oof, he called me just. I am so sorry for the interruption, babies, but let's go back ahead and keep talking about it. So, the 2,800 workers got together on the day that a Zoom meeting was supposed to take place for the new CEO, welcoming in the new CEO. Okay, so they got together and decided we're going to spam, fill the Zoom meetings, the Zoom room full of spam. And that's what they did. They got on their little computers and everything, started typing in, why did I get fired? Where the rest of my benefits? Who is this motherfucker? Who is this motherfucker that y'all hiring? Like, y'all know y'all was wrong for that. Y'all know y'all was wrong for that, and them people got mad and they did what the fuck they did. Rightfully so. I have no objections to this action. So let's transition and talk about Anthony AJ Johnson, aka Ezel, from off of Friday. His autopsy came out, and it has been said that Anthony died of natural causes from chronic ethanol use. Okay, he died from chronic ethanol use. He died from natural causes of chronic ethanol use. What does that mean? He was an alcoholic. Alcohol caused some other problems, probably sclerosis of the liver, failure to the kidneys, and that's how he passed away. Okay, so my only issue with this whole entire thing My only thing about this is, with any addiction, and any substance abuse problem, somebody is going to know that you have that problem in your close circle, whether it's your immediate family, whether it's your management, your team. They are going to see that you have a legit problem in what you're doing, whether it's overeating, whether you're smoking weed, whether you're doing fentanyl, or even alcohol. Somebody close to you has seen you doing this in an excessive amount. So nobody said anything to him. Nobody tried to get him the proper help. Nobody tried to encourage him to go to rehab. Nobody. And I know y'all seen that this man was drinking himself literally to death. Before I came out to the public and was publicly announcing that I was a weed smoker and I am an advocate for smoking weed, my family knew about it first. People in my circle who hung out with me, they knew about it first. Okay, they didn't have issues. They didn't have a problem with it, because we don't kill nobody. We ain't bothering nobody. It's that synthetic shit and all that man-made shit that y'all smoking on that got you. That's killing y'all. It ain't natural weed. Ain't killing nobody. I like to call it God's grass. God's grass ain't killing nobody. That's the other shit that y'all mixing in it and shit. So people in your circle see this stuff happening before the public sees it, or before anybody else catches on to it. Nobody said anything like rehab. It is very important that you have a strong, tight, close-knit circle, especially in the entertainment business, in the Hollywood industry. It is very important that you have friends and family members that are not afraid to tell you, don't do this. That are not afraid to tell you when you're wrong. That are not afraid to say you have a problem and you need to fix this problem. You have to have people in your circle that are not afraid to tell you shit. Because if you walking around just thinking it's okay to do fentanyl and to do alcohol excessively and to do this stuff over and over, 9 times out of 10 you're going to end up dying. You're going to end up in jail or in the grave. You have to have somebody that's not afraid to tell you that. And I really do feel like Anthony was lacking in that department. Okay? So prayers and condolences to his family, because it's never a good thing to lose somebody, especially that young, because I don't think he was like in his, I don't think he was in his 60s yet. I think he was going in his 60s. I don't even think he was in his 60s yet. Was he in his 60s? He might have been in his 60s, but that's still too young to be out here passing away from shit like that. That's too young. That's too young. So, prayers and condolences to his family. Now, let's transition on to something that just does not make any sense to me. This is very trash. Okay? So, there are videos circulating around of the baby getting into it with his baby mother's brother. With Danny Lay's brother, Brandon Bills, at a fucking bowling alley. So, the baby walks up to Brandon or whatever. We don't hear what is being said, but people say they got into an altercation. The baby swung and shit. Pretty much missed. He swung, and when he swung, his security team jumped in and finished the rest, like they always do, pulling on his hair like little bitches and shit. Let me tell you something. First and foremost, the baby is trash. The baby been trash. And I've been told y'all this. The baby is trash. Why in the fuck is you fighting this man at a fucking bowling alley, in public, in broad daylight, in public, in front of children, in front of day? You just don't care. And we all know why you fighting Brandon. It's because he called your pussy ass out by his sister. So, y'all know this story. Y'all know it. When the baby got on his live and embarrassed Danny Lay and was kicking Danny Lay out of the apartment, well, out of the house or whatever, or if it was an apartment that he supposedly had got for her. Okay. And he kicked her out, her and the newborn baby. Then he got online talking about Danny Lay was an official side chick. They was never really in a relationship. You got online embarrassing that girl and saying all this type of shit about that girl. You didn't think her family was gonna say nothing? You ain't think her brother was gonna say nothing? So when Brandon called your ass out and said that you only be doing that shit with your security team, you need an entourage to do certain shit, he walks up on Brandon in the middle of a bowling alley while Brandon is by himself. And you proceeded to act like a Neanderthal. You're not a Neanderthal, but you proceeded to act like one. You are trash. You are trash. You thought that you could talk about this man's sister and get away with that stuff like that. You thought you could embarrass that girl on live and you didn't think her family was going to say nothing. You are trash for that. The baby been trash ever since when he slapped the girl for taking pictures with of him. You are trash. You are trash ass boots. And I do not defend nobody who feels like it's okay to get on their live and publicly humiliate the mother of one of their children. You're trash. You're trash as fuck. I don't condone violence against women, period. And now, because you want to act like a Neanderthal, you're giving Brandon clout. You're giving Brandon clout. Brandon just all on the internet just, oh, them niggas ain't do nothing. Them niggas ain't touch me. It took 5 of them niggas and I still stood my ground. First of all, Brandon, I'm going to need you to calm down with that N-word because you are not of the African American persuasion. You are not of the African persuasion to be even doing stuff like that. Sir, shut your damn mouth. I do agree with you. What the baby did was trash. But, baby, we're not going to use that as a way of saying you are okay and you're invited to the barbecue to be saying little things like that. No, sir, it is never okay for a light-skinned Caucasianoid to do what that. It's never okay for you to do that. So I'm gonna need you to calm that down. Okay? But the baby, you are trash. You are trash and you have caused further embarrassment not only to the community but to your household. You have caused further embarrassment. I'll be so embarrassed to say that I am the baby mother of the baby. I would be embarrassed to the max. To the max. Completely embarrassed. You hear me? Not Danny Lay. She's so upset to the point where she done deleted her Instagram and shit, deactivated her Instagram and shit, because she's embarrassed that her baby daddy and her motherfucking brother done got into it and it's all over the net. Talking about ghetto as fuck. Now, okay, not only has this happened and y'all done put your business out on the net, LAPD done got involved because of this shit here. LAPD has reportedly been investigating this situation and they're trying to get the baby on assault with a deadly weapon because he kicked Brandon in the head while he was on the ground. So now they're trying to get him with that. Well, I swear, for God, y'all just ain't gonna learn for shit. You just ain't gonna learn for shit, especially that one. Somebody in the baby story. This is just like I was saying with Anthony. Just like I was saying with Anthony. Nobody is telling this boy, you fucking up. Nobody in his circle, nobody in his team is telling him, like, you shouldn't be doing things like this. Nobody is telling him. And he's running amok. He's running amok. He ain't gonna learn till you go to jail. He ain't gonna learn till you go to jail. And when that money start rolling in and all that, that's when y'all gonna want to start telling him. No, you should have been telling him. He trash as fuck. Okay, let's move on. Congratulations to Eve and her husband Maximilian Cooper on the birth of their son Wild. He was born February the 1st. Congratulations to Eve. She's a first time mommy. Congrats, y'all. And I know you're going to be a bomb mom. Because you a bomb ass rapper, bomb ass artist. I know you're going to be a bomb mom. Okay. So let's move on. Bobby Shmurda is fighting to get off of his record label. And he said they're not paying attention to him. They're not, you know, they're not doing what he needs and what he wants right now in order to push him forward in his career. He feels like he's not getting that out of his record label. And they're making it hard for him to be released, of course, because after he signed that fine, you know, that dotted line, he pretty much gave up his soul. This is why I always vote for artists to stay independent, because these record companies, these record labels, they are shady as fuck. Yeah, they come to you saying big money, big money, big money, and be making you have dollar signs in your eyes. But what they don't tell you is after you sign that dotted line and you don't read the fine print, you're going to end up owing them before they end up owing you. So everything that you make, your hard-earned money, everything, it goes to the producers, the writers, the production company. It goes to all of them first before it even comes to you. So you're literally living off of pennies while everybody else is getting rich off of you. Okay? So, yeah, it's really shitty. And that's why I vouch for people to go independent more than I do for you to get on a record label. You can make it on your own without a record label. Else going through it, NBA Youngboy going through it right now, as well as Meek Mill. They telling y'all not to even sign with Atlantic Records because they just shady as fuck. They shady like that. They paying everybody else off, even people that's not even on the payroll. They paying them off, and then they not even paying their artists, the people who are putting the sweat, blood, and tears into the project. You're not even paying them. So y'all be careful with that. I pray that everything gets, you know, taken care of for him, because he deserves to have a little bit of something after doing that time that he did. He got a family out here too to take care of. Okay, so that shit is just not cool. But I hope everything goes well with him. Okay, let's transition over to our Black History fact. Y'all know that it is Black History Month, and I am going to be dropping some jewels on y'all, some sweet baby jewels, just a little bit outside of the mess that we go through every day. Okay, let's take it back to the year that I was born in 1989. Fine, fabulous 1989. There was an American engineer by the name of Lonnie Johnson, and he invented two of the best-selling toys in history, which were the Super Soaker water gun and the Nerf gun. We still use those to this day. The Super Soakers and the Nerf gun is Nerf or nothing. Yes, black man Lonnie Johnson invented that. And he's very rich. He's very rich for inventing those guns. He gets a percentage off of every Nerf and Super Soaker there is. So congrats to him. That's just a little known Black History fact from him. Okay. So what else we have to talk about? We got one more point to talk about. Okay, this is the last point that I want to bring up. Let's talk about Jerry Harris. Jerry Harris is an actor, and he is on the series called Cheer on Netflix. I have not seen that series, so I cannot tell you who Jerry Harris's character is. Okay, so I can't tell you who it is, but Jerry has pleaded guilty in a federal child pornography case, and he's facing up to 30 years in prison. Okay, Jerry was indicted on 7 charges for allegedly receiving child pornography and persuading minors to engage in sexual contact. He pled guilty to only 2 counts in the indictment, and those counts were receiving child pornography and traveling for the purpose of engaging in a sexual act with a minor. And the victims in this case are twin brothers. Okay? So what does this mean? This means that Jerry, according to the story, Jerry had been sending pictures of himself to these boys, and these boys had been sending pictures to him. He was supposed to have sex with these boys. They had arranged to have sex, and he went to go have sex with them, and he was caught in the not in the act of doing it, but his text messages and shit got him caught up that he had been meeting up with the boys. Okay. Whew. Comments on this case where people are saying he's only like 22, 23, and the victims in this case are 17 years old. So there's not really much of an age difference, of an age gap difference. What the fuck does that mean, people? These are minors. Okay? And I understand what you guys are saying in a way, saying like he's 22, 23. He still kind of has that, you know what I'm saying, mindset, because he didn't too long ago just transition from minorhood. You know, it's at this point it's just a number in y'all eyes. Okay, I understand what you're saying. It's just a number in y'all eyes. But let me make this clear to y'all. What if that was your 17-year-old nephew hunching on a 22, 23-year-old man? Okay? That's a teenager. Like, do you guys not understand that this is still predatory behavior? You're not supposed to be doing things with minors, and he was willing to risk it all with these minors. He risked it all with these minors because they were about to turn 18 within the next year or so. No, well, wait till they're 18 then. That's what the fuck. Do not go past the age of 18. That is still predatory like behavior, even though y'all are looking at it like it's just a 4-5 year. That's still, that boy done went to high school and graduating college. He's in his own apartment. These boys are still living with their mom. Their mom discovered that their twin boys were being solicited for sex, and she press charges like she damn well should. What are you talking about? So I hope these boys get counseling, because they're going to need it, because they have just been pushed into the limelight with this story. Whether people know it or not, they are going to get discovered out, even though they're not saying their names because they are minors. They are going to be found out who, as the twins, that was fucking Jerry Harris. And this is going to be devastating to their mental. So I do suggest counseling for these boys. I do suggest that. Jerry, we knew better than that, didn't we, Jerry? But we just had to do it anyway. Now you will have to face the consequences. Just like I feel like people ain't saying it because these are boys. Boys go through shit like this. Boys go through shit like this just like girls do. And y'all need to treat this as just if this was like a girl's case. As just like if this was a girl, a 17-year-old girl messing with a 23, 22-year-old boy. Well, not even boy, he's a man. He's a man. And y'all would treat this as like, oh, you know, he shouldn't be doing that. He shouldn't be messing with that girl like that. He should have waited till she was 18. This is the same thing. He's a gay man. Gay men like other gay men, okay? And these 17-year-old boys are gay boys, okay? And they are attracted to gay men just like a young girl would be attracted to an older guy. It's still wrong. It's wrong. Jerry, have mercy. So that's all I got for y'all today. I love you. Auntie ain't gonna repeat all that shit that I just repeated at the beginning of the video, because you should have been paying the fuck attention. Okay, I'm finna go finish smoking the rest of my cheese, and I got some more videos coming. Y'all stay tuned. Just be patient with me. I love you. Stay safe, because people are dumb as fuck out here for real. Be safe. Love you. See you later.